Hey everybody, Scott Carson here, and we are now on day 6 of my 7-day fast start program. Now, one of the biggest things that most people, when they're in the note business, is like, what do I focus on? And you need to focus on one specific avenue when it comes to buying notes. Now, you have people out there that are just buying performing notes, and that's completely fine. They're looking for a flat return on investment. They're looking for performing notes that can yield them somewhere between a 10 to 15, 16 or greater % return on investment. There's also people that are out there going after owner finance paper or creating notes on the owner finance side. Nothing wrong with that. You just have to be careful about the Dodd-Frank Act and making sure you comply with all the new state laws and the federal laws on it. I don't like buying owner finance notes because for me to really, especially since I'm buying non-performing bank and hedge fund notes, I never know how an owner finance note deal is structured. Is it a land contract? Is it a wraparound? Is it written on a piece of paper? It doesn't have the same type of paper trail or loan file that a non-performing hedge fund or bank note may have. All right. Plus, if you're trying to create a note and then want to try and sell it, you got to have 12 to 18 months of payments, or as we call it, in seasoning, to get a decent return on your investment or decent price for your assets. So I don't like those two aspects. What I like buying is non-performing bank and hedge fund notes. All right, there's a lot of it out there, and I focus on buying first liens. Now, there's some investors out there that focus on second liens and first liens. Personally, if I'm going to do a lot of work on an asset, I would rather get a bigger check for my investment, for my time. Now, you make a great return on seconds. They don't cost that much, but it just takes a lot more time. It's a whole different animal. You got to count on the first mortgage being on time, the borrower making sure that payment's on time. You also check your credit worthiness. Sometimes you're not, you may just throw it in the drawer in your desk and wait on it. I like buying first liens because I control the equity. I control the firsts. I control the seconds. I control the value of the property. Okay? So focus on one of these avenues and go that route. There are perks to each one. There's downfalls. Obviously, with first mortgage, the downfall is that you've got to double check some things on taxes. You've got to, out of 10 assets you buy, you're probably going to get 2 to 3 to modify, 2 to 3 deed to loan. The rest you're just going to foreclose on. All right. There's also, they cost more for the first liens than the less than 10 cents of unpaid balance than you would pay on a second mortgage. So focus. You'll be much happier focusing because you'll see a lot of stuff come out there. All right. But I think the best bang for the buck is by buying non-performing first mortgages from banks and hedge funds. It's literally a 5-to-1 ratio of first liens to second liens that are available out there. So much more competitive in the second liens, much more volume and availability. There's over 7 million homes upside down that non-performing mortgages are on out there. Okay, 7 million plus homes up there. That's a lot of inventory for you to go through in multiple states. So focus on one thing. I like non-performing first liens for banks and hedge funds. If that's not your flavor, then there's no reason for you to continue. Otherwise, we'll see you at the top.